danger,
Why
pal.
can't you just leave me alone?
Because I love you.
God damn! Straight through my heart. Oh my god. So, Nimona is Nimona. Literally, that is the best way you can describe this story to anybody. Literally. This story is literally chaos incarnate, and I can't even begin to describe to you how much joy it brings me. I watched it less than 24 hours ago, and it lives completely rent-free in my head. I want to try and make a breakdown or review of this, but I know I can't. It takes me an hour to get through like 20-minute episodes of a show. This is almost 2 hours long. We'll be here till tomorrow. But I'm gonna try my best because goddamn, this show is really good. So Nimona starts out with basically me and Jay on screen. We were watching this yesterday and I said, hey, look, it's us. This is us. It's literally, if you ever wanted to see something that looks close to the two of us, like I was mesmerized. So it was off to a great start. But actually, the story starts with, 1,000 years ago, monsters tried to invade our think Attack on Titan, but Western, European, whatever. And 1,000 years later, we are in this sci-fi fantasy setting, which, oh my goodness, it's just incredible. I did not think a genre like this could exist in this way. And then we're introduced to our two main-ish characters, Bal and Ambrosius. I'm gonna mix up their names because, again, this show has literally been in my life less than 24 hours, so I don't know much about it. But god fucking damn it, are you sucked in? The boyfriends, like, immediately. Did you know this shit was gay? First and foremost, I did not know this shit was gay. Hello, we are winning. Because normally when something is gay or there is a whiff of gayness in any media, it is everywhere. Titles, thumbnails, every and anybody is gonna talk about it. Maybe because it's a Netflix thing, you know, Netflix gets away with more gay shit, so people don't care. So it's a 19 tournament, a 19 ceremony. 1,000 years later, the descendants of the bitch that defeated the first monster, they're protecting their city from monsters, and now they're knighting a new generation of knights. And the queen selected this random nobody off the streets and said, hey, you can be a knight, I see greatness in you. And now years later, they're all grown up and they're gonna crown the knights. And he is a direct descendant of the main bitch that killed the monsters years ago, and he is a nobody, but they're all gonna become knights. Okay, keep up with me here. So he's worried something's bad is gonna happen. He's like, oh no, everything's gonna be fine. Guys, they are dating. I heard whispers that, they were friends at this point in the story, then they became lovers, and I'm like, hell fucking no. Hell no. Do you do this to your friends? Do you look lovingly into your friend's eye and hold their hand and then rest on them? If you do, evaluate that relationship. I'm speaking to my past self because I am such a hypocrite. I've been in this situation before, but proof of concept, I'm now dating the bastard. So they are anyway, there's a hazing thing where the other knights don't like him. It's also kind of weird that the only person who doesn't have a royal bloodline was given black armor, kind of like a black knight. It's giving black sheep vibes. Because why couldn't they just give him whatever? So all of them, I guess, because they have a hint of Gloria or whatever the main bitch's name is, their shit is gold. But because he's like a main descendant, his shit is full gold, and he has none of her blood, so he's like black. I don't know, but he's given his sword by the squire. The squire is trying to tell him something. He feels something is wrong with his sword, and it's like, today's an important day, y'all become knights. Blah, 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 blah. They go, they get the ceremony, they get knighted. Boyfriend is cheering on boyfriend, and then the sword kills the queen, which was very out of left field. But I should have known. I knew something bad was gonna happen. I just didn't know what. And as soon as the queen died, I did not want to watch anymore. But boyfriend wants to stop queen from getting attacked, and he wait. Oh yeah. I was kind of like, oh man, this scene is kind of, it's not implied well enough, but I guess I wasn't really looking because I just did not. I don't like when bad things happen, you guys. But yeah, that's his arm. His boyfriend just cut off his arm. ugh. When there's something falls down, he's in a hole and he like escapes. He's holding his arm here. I thought the arm was still attached and he just had to decapitate it because of reasons. No, took off the arm entirely. I know it did that, but it didn't show it well enough, which is like the only criticism I have of this show. Oh, they do have a title screen. The only criticism I have of this show is they do the surface whatever well enough, but there's so many little things that are like, okay, what about this, what about that, what about, like, little itty-bitty questions that you just have to ask. And my man's built himself a robot arm in like a week. That's, well, he lives here. Wait a minute. See, I have so many questions that if I sit down and ask myself, I'm like, okay, first of all, how did Nimona even find him? Because the kingdom is looking for him. Can she track people? I know she can transform, she can practically teleport, but does she have tracking? Did she turn into a hellhound and like sniff him out? Why didn't the kingdom do that? Nimona introduces herself into his life. She's like, oh, I'm your sidekick now. I'm pretty sure you've seen the trailers of this where she's just being chaos incarnate. You're a villain and I will help you. God damn, that shit always fucks with me. Do you see how fast that thing is spinning? Like, what are you? I know she's Nimona, but what is she? The main duo gets introduced to each other where Nimona is like, oh, we'll take revenge, who's your nemesis, blah 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 blah, and he's just like, who are you, what are you doing here, where the goddamn hell are your parents? But he's still trying to figure out, okay, who killed the queen. He has a wall where he has like different people that he suspected are the killers, and she just thinks, oh, you just have an enemy wall people will have to track and kill. She senses something with him and Ballister. I don't know if this was the scene, and then she kind of puts Ballister as the main enemy. But where is it? It happened somewhere, I don't know. He says, oh, I'll just go and talk to them, we're still buddy, and she's like, yeah, no, they're not gonna listen to you, you're gonna be thrown in jail. He's like, no, I believe in them, and he instantly gets thrown in jail. Like, it's no contest. They don't believe him. They think he's a queen killer because they didn't want him to be there to begin with, even though he was one of like the best knights. Then this director bitch, I think she's in charge of training the knights. I don't even know, because now she's the de facto ruler, but the queen the queen rules things, but now that the queen is dead, she's ruling things, so the queen didn't even have descendants. It's kind of, and this shit fucks with me because, spoiler, I don't even know why I'm watching this, she's the main bitch. I called this very early on, and Jay was trying to throw me off because he wanted me to still enjoy the movie, but I was like, I've done enough reviews to know. So why is she acting afraid of him, telling him, oh, you've already had your chance, you've wasted your chance, you're a danger, when she knew she set him up, he's innocent. But she has this idea of, oh, there's cracks in the walls, monsters are coming, and if we let you become a knight, you will be the first crack in the wall of our safety. Like, she's just so afraid of monsters that she doesn't want anything to ruin their idealized versions, when her framing him was the reason Nimona even came into the story to begin with. So she let the monsters in. That bit of irony is delicious. Nimona lets him out. He's still trying to be a good guy. He's trying to do things by the book because he knows the righteousness of good will prevail, but Nimona is not having any of this. She knows that, you know what, life sucks, nobody believes you even when you're innocent, and he's just surprised, hey, where are all the guards, where are all the people? And Nimona just cleaned house. Girl is a tank and a half. And they're kind of stuck. They are trying to escape, and he's trying to say, hey, you're causing too much chaos. And he made a little silly statement where he's like, okay, fine, kill this person, kill all the people. And his boyfriend sees him, and I'm like, oh my goodness. At this point, I still don't know if Ambrosius is on his side or not. In the story, it keeps showing this will they, won't they, like, does he believe him, does he not believe him? God, my goodness, he looks so beautiful. Everybody on screen is just hot, and it annoys me to hell that she is technically a 1,000-year-old child, and there's gonna be like pornographic stuff of her. Prepare yourselves, guys, it's depressing. But I'm saying these two are hot. Ballister and Ambrosius. Fucking hell, the names. Why couldn't you call them Neil or Nick or Tyson? Tyrese? Tyrone. They still cannot decide whether fucking hell, I don't know if I'm making sense. This is the point where she thinks that, oh, he took off your arm, so he's your nemesis. And he's like, what nemesis? And he's like, wait, who is this girl? I'm your best friend. What's going on? And he's like, oh god, he really thinks I killed the queen. And he's over here like, okay, what in God's name is happening? His whole life is crumbling. Well, now I guess I can see the part where they're like, okay, they were best friends, they were dating, but I do not believe, okay? I believe he is in this moment thinking his boyfriend thinks he killed the queen, not his best friend. Shut up. I'm right. You're wrong. Deal with it. Also, I've been getting recommended a lot of Nimona things after I watched this. This just goes to show you are being tracked. Like literally, after this, I got recommended a Try Guys video with Eugene and Chloë Grace Moretz, who was the voice of Nimona. And then I got a 3D breakdown video. And can you believe that shit is 3D? That shit is 3D. I woke up this morning, I think, or was it before I went to bed last night, and I said, this show is fucking 3D. I said, no, it is. And the breakdown video confirmed it, but my goodness, it's Klaus all over again. It's arcane. The 3D is getting too good that I can't even tell. Okay, Ballister tells Nimona to let loose, let them escape, and she says, oh, don't freak out. He was like, wait, why would I freak out? And she starts turning into every and anything to break them. Oh, look at that jiggle. Every and anything to help them break out, just run away and escape. And yeah, all hell breaks loose. Literally, I cannot even describe. Oh, this was Jay's favorite part. I think I have the video muted, but she was like, oh, is it cold in here? And he was dying. I was like, oh shit, that was a little dick joke, which deserved. So she turns into a whale, and I don't know why dungeons are kept in the castle, and this dungeon was on the like tippity toppest floor. They wreck everything, and this is like thousands of years of history, like all the greatest knights who have lived since the great Goliath or whatever. And I'm like, this little town is built, like there was a village and this spread out from that village, and all they saw was one monster. It's like, we'll get to that part unless I forget, but they just saw one monster and they built a wall, and then they've had all the greatest knights through history, and it's like, what were they fighting? Because we learn at the end of the movie that everything is safe. It was all in their heads. They were just scared of nothing. So all these great knights were just great in their own field of irrelevancy. And then there we have the meme. They escape back to, I think, Balfagor's Balfagor. Nope, that's a little bot. That's a demon. Ballister's home, I guess. And he's trying to recollect everything that's happened so far. And she's like, no, don't worry about it. We escaped. But then he remembered that she can shapeshift, and he's scared of her. He's like, what are you? She's like, I'm just Nimona. He rearranged the wall, and put Ambrosius in the middle. Yeah, this was the part. I say and a lot, sorry. But there's very few ways that I can string two sentences together. Nimona is getting very peeved, like, oh, he's gonna turn on me, he's gonna think I'm a monster, and he's just like, I don't understand what's happening, but the love of my life thinks I'm a criminal. My boyfriend doesn't trust me, because the whole time I was like, what side is the boyfriend on? God damn, I can't believe they were friends this whole time. I swear to God, I didn't think they were. He pieces together that the squire was the one that gave him the sword, so he needs to go to the squire and see what's happening. And he still needs Nimona's help for some reason, because he's known her so far and he hasn't died yet. And the story kind of frames it like, oh, monsters are evil, but he's known her as a girl or a human, and it's a human that can transform, but he's still very hesitant, but he doesn't know what to make of her, because I guess at this point he knows, okay, she's just not a threat. But at the same time, their kingdom has been taught to kill anything that just isn't human, which, yeah, you can say racial, sexual, LGBTQ allegories, But you can't have 1,000 years of fearing monster and you only saw one monster and you haven't seen a monster throughout history. Like, at least when people feared the gays, we knew they were there. They're there, you see them. When people fear, well, people have feared dragons for a long time and there's no recorded proof of those motherfuckers ever existing. I think people just saw what, an iguana? Not an iguana. What's the big one? Anaconda? No. Wait, what's the name of the big iguanas? You see them in Australia or somewhere in the Philippines, I think. Komodo dragon, that's the one. Probably saw a Komodo dragon and freaked out. Anyway, back to this. Ambrosius is having his little hero moment with the skylight and everything. Oh my god, that's so true. This guy was like, oh, my aunt's butt is next to your dad's head or something. You can just see, as Jay said, the thousands of years of breeding of idiots like this, because they know they're great. They know they come from a line of greatness and the thing can kind of be handed to them. But Ballister, who had to fight for it, was still considered unworthy because he was just an unknown and the director was willing to frame him just to keep the bloodline pure or whatever, because she just didn't want any cracks in the walls or whatever. So they did all this destruction and you're like, yeah, good people don't do this. Good people don't wreck shit, which I guess can also be seen as, oh, protesting and stuff. Good people don't protest. Good people don't cause havoc. They must be evil for upsetting the status quo. And it's like, no, you locked an evil person, sorry, an innocent person, accused them of being evil, and they're just trying to escape and live. So when they break a few eggs, why is that their fault? You are the one that trapped them. Everyone is trying to turn on Ambrosius because, oh, you're his closest friend. Why does that look like a dick? You're his closest friend. You didn't tell us he had all these things up his sleeve. He's like, wait, what? How is this my fault? And they're like, yeah, you brought this outsider in. This is your fault. And he's like, okay, fine, I'll lead the charge to capture him. And suddenly everyone is on his side. I thought everyone was against him because he was friends with the outsider, but I guess his royal divine blood made everyone change their minds. Let's not forget, the Ballister and Nimona are after the squire, and Nimona is trying to transform. She's trying to do things, and Bal is like, can you be normal? She's like, I am normal, and you're gonna need these wings in a little bit. We see a little bit of the city. I love the sci-fi fantasyness of it all. It's just like our modern world, but with like flying cars and holograms, and everyone still dresses medieval, which I was gonna make a Saudi Arabia joke, but then I was like, ugh, a lot of people won't understand and I'll be accused of Islamophobia even though I'm a Muslim, so let's just not open that can of worms. They find the squire. Did they find him? Oh no, they're trying to go to where he is, and he's in a tough spot where there's guards below and there's guards above, and Nimona is like, I can get you out of this if you let me. And he's like, okay, fine, do your thing, just cause a little distraction, nothing too much. And she's already gone, which I swear to you, this woman teleports, and she turned into Bal of all people, which is weird. Because you'd think the person that people were after, these guards, would be hella on guard. Like, the scene was just so hysterical. Mona was going all out, like, I hate children. I'm evil. Blah. And she was still able to kind of waltz past the guard and just, God fucking damn it. This was so stupid. I love it so much. You know what? I'm gonna turn on the volume because I need y'all to hear some of this stupidity. Bal was able to hide and escape, and look at her jiggly butt. I don't know why when she's an animal and she jiggles, it brings me so much joy. But I have to remind myself that it's a child, so I can't just say jiggly butts and people will understand the joke. If you see something, slay something. God damn it. I don't even think they've ever seen a monster in the city, but I've heard maybe the books are more fleshed out, because from what this story tells me, the only monster they've ever seen is Nimona. So yeah. They get in the subway, they leave, and the cameras kind of catch them, because I was like, oh yeah, there's cameras here. So Ambrosius is watching the clips, and this dunderhead is like, okay, let's go, we got our man. And he's like, no, wait.
It doesn't feel right. He hates freestyle jazz.
He hates freestyle jazz. Like, I know him, he doesn't like jazz music. And the dunderhead is like, oh, you're letting him escape, dude. He's like, nah, play it more. And then whoop, he's right. And nobody even commends him on being right.
Where's that train headed?
That's the express to market, sir. Arrives in 6 minutes.
We'll be there to meet him. Now we go. Everyone to the market. Yes, sir.
Everyone to the market. I'm adored, and the hair smells like lavender.
How do you know what his hair smells like? But also, I don't know why he's being such a dick about it, because he was right. Anyway, she continues eating her Subway pizza on the floor. This woman is immune to everything. Bal tries to have a conversation like, what are you? What's happening? And she's like, excuse me? Are you questioning my identity? No, I questioning my pronoun. Wait, what's it? How dare you assume my gender? Sorry, the joke was just not funny. She tells the story of, oh, I'm frolicking. I saw this wishing well. I made a wish. And it's just all lies, where she's like, you're asking small-minded questions. Basically, don't pry into my life. Which I don't even see how that's fair. He just asked a question like, what are you? They arrive, and there's a party waiting for them. A party here in Agrabah. And the party's all for them.
We're here. Oh, and so are your friends.
The boyfriend. God damn it. He's like, oh, did he see us? Yeah, they saw you. They throw a smoke bomb, which I'm like, that just helps the person you're trying to hunt escape. I don't know. Well, maybe you think you're trying to smoke them out. They enter the market where they're trying to find the squire. A lot, and I mean a shit ton of shenanigans happen. Anyway, the squire is having a Karen moment. They are trying to extract him, to question him, and again, a lot of shenanigans happen. So many funny stuff. There's me again. I love the bystander effect where everyone is just like, oh, not my problem. Like, crazy things are happening. They kidnapped a person in broad daylight. That's not gonna help people believe you are innocent. And they steal a car. Wait, I think there was a moment where he tried to shoot, but he held. Yep, he hesitated. He couldn't shoot. He can't shoot his boyfriend. Aww. Just, this show kind of juggles. Some people say there's a tonal shift, but it's kind of like, I feel like this is the tone of the show. It's a silly show with a bit of serious moments. It's not a serious show with a bit of silly moments. So they drop by, they're trying to investigate the guy, but it turns out there's an arrow wedged deep in Nimona. Yeah, Nimona. I don't even know why I said that like I was wrong. There's an arrow in your leg. Oh. God, that shit is deep. She doesn't, well, she feels the pain, but it doesn't, like, he's here panicking, like, okay, I'll take it out, I'll do it, be careful. Oh God, I can hear the blood. Oh my goodness. Well, are you a person? Oh my God, you can even see the animation of them breathing. Goddamn.
I've been through worse.
Oh no, poor baby. Oh my God, we are gonna realize she's been through worse.
Todd swapped my sword, didn't he?
What? No.
Why are you protecting him?
Who would protect Todd?
Yes.
They question the squire, and it shows that, I don't know, was he filming a TikTok where he put on Bal's armor and just being a dunderhead? And in the process of recording the video, we find out that I was right. The director was a lying, scheming bitch who framed him. And why in God's name did this squire not upload the video? He just continued living his life despite the fact that he knew that somebody who he was a squire of who he really liked enough to put on his armor and wanted to like flex with it, you let that person be accused of being a murderer when you have the proof that he is not. Why aren't there several copies of this? Why don't we upload this online? No. Bal insists that he needs to show this to his boyfriend to prove that he's innocent, and then he's gonna question the director because there has to be a reason. I guess this is the part of the movie where people are like, okay, we need to just go up to the leaders, the institution, the senators, governors, president, or whatever, and then show them, oh, we are wrong, or oh, this person is evil, and everything will be peaches and cream. Like, no, we need to set the evil people on fire. Only then will we be free. And I love this scene. She's like, oh, is there something on your mind? Just talk to me. And he's...
I've lost my mind. I've lost everything. The man I love, my best friend. Although now apparently he's got a new best friend. What's that about? What else is he hiding? Who's the real him? Who am I? A direct descendant of Glorith? I never asked for that. Now everyone expects me to arrest Ballister, and if I don't, I'm a traitor to you, and if I do, I'm a traitor to him. Oh, and on top of that, I chopped off his arm. His arm! Who chops off an arm? Because I was trained to? Arm chopping is not a lot like what? I'm fine, director.
I love that. Because that's me. That is so me. You're here wondering like, oh, all these things is happening, but like, wait, who's the new hoe with him? Is that his new best friend? Priorities, we love to see it, but also Jay pointed out that this is basically what goes on in guys' heads all the time. I know us as women, we kind of just blurt it out, but guys keep it in. And to all my male viewers, I know there's like 40% of you, I'm sorry that you cannot express what is going on in your head. That is, I simply couldn't. It couldn't be me. I created this channel because I got a lot of things inside that I need to release outside. I'd implode. So when Ballister, God damn, I gotta get their name straight. When Ambrosius said, oh, the man I love, I'm like, yes, they are boyfriends. So whoever said they're friends can eat shit. You don't know love. They were dating from the start. I don't know how these people get to certain places because they were in flying cars. Their flying car broke down, so I don't know how they got here, but Nimona has wings, so they get here and they're like trying to talk to them, and he's like, I have proof, the director framed me.
I'm innocent. And I have proof.
And of course, and it's like, it's not a weapon, it's a phone. Why didn't they upload backup? We know that this world has internet. Oh my god, I knew this would happen, and I'm still pissed in retrospect, but I need to play this scene. Nimona, why? Like, even for me, she's too much, but oh my god. They surround them. They're like, you're surrounded. He's like, oh, trust me, you know I wouldn't do this. And he's like, yeah, no, you're under arrest. God damn it, the pressures of men. And he's like, you know what? Fine. That last shred of trust he had in the institution just broke. And he's like, you know what, Nimona, break loose. Oh man, why did they have to give him puppy dog eyes? They gave him the villain look, the scar, the armor, everything, but he has the eyes. I love the way the show shows it because you can see in her eyes have nothing. Nothing. Fucking cunt. You can see the hurt in his babies, my gay babies. You can see he doesn't want to do this. How do you get 3D to be this expressive? I would have turned into a whale personally. Oh my god, gorilla breath. There's a lot of character. Give me a sword. They're all up against like literally the best fighter, so they got nothing on him. But goddamn, I think he even ended up. Wait a minute. Goddamn, so much chaos going on. I love. Goddamn, crotch shot. Man is still withering on the ground, and then you had to hit him in the head as well. Oh, maybe this wasn't the scene, but there was a scene where they clashed swords. Maybe it was here. Maybe I'm missing something. Yeah, no, maybe not this scene. Maybe it's later. Yeah, she jumps off a building, turns into a gorilla, turns into a whale. I think she got wing. Oh yeah, they clashed swords. How did he get down there? Wait, he was just up here. The fuck? Look how far down this is. Unless he got in that ship and chased them. Oh god, the rope burn. Yeah, he's not in any of this flying whatevers. Yeah, he's definitely not in that one. Oh boy. They're dead. Okay, he got here on the flying thing, because I was like, how did he get down here? God damn, I love this. This part actually put Jay on the floor. His sense of humor is adorable. Because apparently this guy got attacked by an otter before, and that's why his arm is in the cast. And now he sees another one and he's like, I'm not gonna fight him. Even though this thing is mauling my partner to death, I'm not getting anywhere near that. Oh, was there ever anything to you guys? They were dating.
Lie? This is the guy running around with a monster! Don't corner that! She's smart, kind, and quite sophisticated!
He's like, oh, you replaced me. Oh god, she's still terrorizing them. Oh, he peed his armor.
That's my back. Unlike you, who lied to me about everything!
He didn't.
What? You're gonna kill me now too?
You believe that?
Well, that doesn't prove anything to me personally. It just I could be like, oh, you're lying to me. You just want me to believe you couldn't kill me. But I guess for him, it's like, oh, he could have killed me, but he didn't. Look at the shine in their hair. No, the boyfriends. So basically, he threw him here, and then the knights gathered around him, and then started punching him instead of arresting him. She's still terrorizing the guy who got bit by an otter before. Yeah, he's getting. They're just beating him up. Arrest him. What the fuck is wrong with you people? He's like, okay, wait. He did say it like, oh, you think this is bad? Oh boy. So they try to hold her down, and I guess this kind of brings her back traumatic memories. Idiots. I told you, this show is silly with moments of serious. How does she do this? She just ruined cereal for a lot of kids. Anyway, something almost happens to this kid. She saves them, but she tries to transform into a kid, her true form, if you will, and the kid took up a sword because that's what they're trained to do, stab anything that doesn't look like you. She is stunned like, oh, children hate me. And Bal saves her. But this is still tinier than her. Go away. Her original form. I at this point I was like, you're dead to me. You cut off his arm and you don't believe him. You're not a real boyfriend. So they go back. Nimona's having a panic attack. I know this review is long. We're barely halfway through this. Nimona is having a panic attack like, nobody trusts me, nobody believes me. Why am I even trying to quote her? Let her speak.
To run a sword through my heart. But then sometimes I just want to let him.
Oh, I didn't play the first part, but she's like, she doesn't know what's scarier, that everyone wants to kill her, or the fact that she wants to let him, and it's like everyone here is taught to kill anything that's different, but I'm the monster. You kind of get that with again, gay allegories where it's like, oh, these people are destroying our way of life, so we must convert, suppress, and kill them if we have to. And it's like, wait, they're the threat to humanity, not you. She's very downtrodden, if you will. So Bal is like, yeah, we just need to run away. I'll take you, we'll go somewhere else. And he's like, nobody will ever change how they see us. And she's like, wait, you changed how you see me. and we can't let the director get away with this. So even though she could potentially get what she wants, a friend who could run away with her, she's still like, now what happened to you was fucked up and we're gonna fix it. I guess she kind of sees her story where somebody tried to 1,000 years of history have been portraying her as the ultimate evil, and she doesn't want that to happen to him, where he goes down in history as something that he wasn't. He's blamed for a crime he didn't commit. So Alpha Gore Ambrosius comes in to talk to the director that, okay, what the fuck is happening? I know Bal, he wouldn't just accuse you for no reason. He could have accused anybody. He could have accused the dickhead who hated him this whole time, but he accused you. And she reveals her whatever cracks in the wall bullshit.
Ever since I was young, I've had the same nightmare. I find a crack in the wall. I yell out, but no one listens.
Shut the fuck up. We all have nightmares. If imagine centering your life around your childhood nightmares. God damn. I like how the image is kind of followed, but why would you do that? And she got a position of power to reinforce her bigoted ways. So she's like, oh, I did this for the kingdom, and then she stabs him and he dies, and it's Nimona, we know this, and Bal has it recorded, and they escape with the proof. And then the real Ambrosius comes in, and she's angry, and I'm like, okay, these are the scenes that make me realize, yeah, this is 3D. This is definitely 3D. He sees Bal's sword here, and he realizes, okay, something is up. Something is wrong. But also, they just saved his life, because he was going to have this exact same conversation with her, and he would have died had they not, but that's never addressed. They are uploading the video online to show people the truth. I would have preferred the other video because that's more concrete, but I guess she could still lie, but whatever. The video is up, and it's about, oh, I framed him. Jay said so. You can see him on screen, and for whatever reason, she transforms into a shark, and they're dancing.
Really, from the monster attack, the kingdom is rocked by new footage of the director making a truly shocking confession.
I framed Alistair. I killed the queen.
Yeah, people are like, oh my god, glorious. That's unbelievable. We need answers. Director confesses. The director of the institute has been caught confessing to Ballistari 2. Oh my god. Y'all are so on the nose with this. But this is like technology in the future and whatever. They don't have deep fakes in this world. Anyway, that's Nimona. For anyone who was wondering. God damn. Me and Jay look so good in this world. So now they're like, okay, who's the true villain here? What is going on? People just don't trust each other. Well, they're just having a party that, oh, society is crumbling. People are wanting answers. They're questioning everything. And the director is trying to come up with a way to get out of this. This part was hella brushed over, but I guess it kind of works. So Ambrosius gathers a task force that, oh, we gotta go director, arrest her. I hope all this music doesn't get me claimed.
With me.
Yes, sir.
You're gonna get claimed. Become a member or Patreon to save me from poverty. Oh, that rhymed. So there's this secret bunker or whatever, and the director says, oh, I have proof that explains everything, which could be forged if you even think about it. And they're having a moment. She's having a little bit of a nightmare. He covers her up, and it's like, oh, I want to stay here forever. He gets a message. Goddamn boyfriends. Can't stop saying that. They just don't know where he lives. Loins of gold. Oh yeah, Jay says his last name is Gold Loins, and he's like, it's too on the nose for a gay surname. Which point. So he goes to see him, and they share the same brain cells. They think putting a little cloak over themselves and hiding just 20% of their forms is enough for them not to get noticed. But whatever, we love to see them.
You have 30 seconds. 30 seconds? Not more time.
time than you've given me.
I am here to save you.
You know what? You are so full of...
Hey, can I get you guys something?
Nachos!
Please.
And hold the olives. He's allergic.
He's allergic. Oh my god. I asked myself, okay, how would I feel if they just switch Ambrosia's gender to like female? I'd still be freaking the fuck out. But it's just adorable. It's adorable. God, they're definitely dating. You cannot lie to me. Okay, fine, fuck the story. Bro, I forgot what nickname Val gave him, but he comes to warn him that the archives have talked about this monster, this shape-shifting monster, and she shape-shifted into me, which, you know what, fair, she did shape-shift into Ambrosia, so she could use that as lies, but they got camera footage. Really willing to sow seeds of chaos and distrust. She's willing to turn everyone against themselves just for one threat that's not even a threat, which again parallels real world issues and topics so well it's actually uncomfortable. And he's like, oh no, I know it's not you, it's that little witch, that your new best friend. You can really see how he's trying to throw Nimona to the wolves. He's like, just give us Nimona and everything can go back to normal. She's using you. And he's like, okay, even if I give her back, I've seen how fucked up the institution is. You turned yourself against me till you got a convenient excuse, I'm using quotation marks, to reach out to me. So I don't trust anybody in this whole entire goddamn universe. And he's like, I'm not giving you Nimona. He's like, you know, she was the beast of legend. Oh, this is the final form she took. So she was the beast that the Goliath whatever took down. And again, this story is so kind of because what we really find out is different, but they were able to portray the little girl accurately but not Goliath or whatever. But whatever, this is Nimona. Nimona's been around for 1,000 years, just lonely. You are telling me in 1,000 fucking years Nimona couldn't find another friend, so somebody else got framed for something? She couldn't just pretend to be normal and go to a school and make friends? You know what, she can shapeshift, she can even age. And then the scene happens.
You're in danger, Why can't you just leave me alone?
Because I love you.
My goodness, what do you say to that? Fuck you. What do you say to that? God damn. So he gets followed, but he tries to talk to Nimona first, and he says some things. She can teleport. Nimona runs because he's like, wait, are you the monster of legend? Are you the whatever? She's like, okay, say it.
Say it! Say it!
Say that I'm a monster. What I feel for her is like, oh, the fact that you're willing to slay me. And it's like, no, girl, you are transforming. I'm afraid you'll attack me, but I guess you thinking I'll attack you is kind of the problem. But you shouldn't have flown off the handle. He literally tried to ask what you are multiple times and you refused to tell him. I feel like if you told him in a controlled state, it wouldn't have... Shit wouldn't have hit the fan as much as it did. But... I don't blame him for drawing his sword. Whatever. The douchebags find him and beat him up, but Nimona runs through the woods. She goes into her little girl state. It makes me think, is it because, okay, this was how she was at the start of the story. 1,000 years have gone by, and now she's like, this. So she was a little girl 1,000 years ago. Now, 1,000 years later, she's in her teenage years, and in 1,000 years, she'll finally be a young adult. She runs to a well, which is the well that she says she got her powers from, but we know that isn't true, I think. So we get a flashback of her story where she turns into different animals, but she could never find a place where she belonged or whatever. She is Nimona a god? I think Jay says she's a deity. So she turns into a kid to play with the other little girl, and I'm like, oh my god, girlfriend. And then she betrays her, but whatever. They hang out. They're like the bestest of friends. This part Jay says pneumonia. Well, I was like, oh, that's adorable. He's like, all he sees is pneumonia. Well, Nimona, They're friends, they're hanging out. She transforms in front of her and she's like, oh, I accept you. They have fun with her transformations. But then one day they're playing as bears, and yeah, the townspeople do not get it. They're like, run away from her, she's a witch. They try to stab and poke her. Just transform into something big and run away. Somebody tries to hit her, it ricochets and it kind of burns their village to the ground. Her parents are trying to run and she's like, okay, you do know this isn't my fault, right? They were the ones attacking me, but I guess to Goriel, or whatever her name is, I don't care. She sees that, oh, you burned my village to the ground, so she picked up a sword and pointed it at her, and I guess that was where this whole story comes from. The whole everything. And now the only other friend she made has also lifted or tried to lift a sword against her. And she's like, fine, you want me to be a monster? I'll fucking be a monster.
Go back to the shadows from whence you came.
Something really wrong with you. What are you? You know what you are.
I'd really like to know what she is, though. Yeah, whatever. They're beating him up. There's a monster alert, and they're like, oh, if that monster kills everything, it's on you.
Destroys the kingdom? It's on you, bro.
Yeah, no. Well, technically, but no. She wasn't gonna do anything. Y'all poking the bear. And again, I get the allegory. You poke the LGBT and they fight back. There was something I heard that happened in America where, excuse me if I sound ignorant, but was it black people started buying up guns in the 1960s, and that's what made people start putting gun reforms or something? Like, the whites had the guns, but then when black people started using their same rights to buy guns, they got scared. So I'm like, okay, let's do it again. Let everybody in the LGBTQ just buy up firearms and just scare all these like Republican conservatives, like, bitch, I can fire back. Fight fire with fire. I know Jay always tells me, you get burnt, and it's like, yeah, we all die in a blaze of glory. That seems like a very beautiful outcome, poetic even. My own anarchist is coming out. Back to the story. The director is like, oh, my greatest fears have been realized, because they had this cannon that could fire at monsters, and we've never seen a monster. This town is actually beautiful, but why is this part dark? Is this the rich side and the poor side? Is this where Bal is from? Yeah, I never really see the quote-unquote class divide in this story, but is this tracks? This is the main road. This was a little girl just holding up a wooden sword, and this whole town, this fucking little ass village grew to be this big ass town. What the fucking hell? All because of one girl who could transform into a bear and a horse. Has this town never been attacked by bears before? Imagine a village growing fearful of bears and then building a wall because of it. Regardless, they're like, oh, we're getting a monster attack, and we get some Attack on Titan ass shit. Isn't this beyond the wall? Why is the wall surrounded by nets? Yeah, see? Why is my voice gone? Oh, Burger King. Kings. You can see the dense chili bar helmets. Octopi Cafe. I feel like these are references to real restaurants in America that I don't know. So the wall is concrete. So this is probably the wall that separates downtown from uptown. I don't know. Anyway, Nemona's kaiju form is hella sickening. It's really, really mwah. She's like,
Sound the alarm!
hit it with everything we got. What do you have? You've never fought monsters before.
It's happening. Sound the alarm! Sound the alarm!
You created your worst nightmare. That's the whole thing that this is. But see, no, she's supposed to be out. Oh, she's still within the city. Never mind. Isn't this just shadows? How is she causing any damage? But whatever, giant monster gonna giant monster. They try to fight it. It doesn't work. Little dick energy. Oh boy. The karma. Oh my goodness.
Get me to the wall.
Ballister is like, okay, I need to fix this problem that I've caused. He is trying to evacuate, trying to save people. Like he can hear you. He's trying to evacuate people, and then he hears one of actually shifting rocks to get out of the way. Or maybe it was just never meant to be pointed at the city. That's why.
Ma'am,
Muslim!
turning the cannon into the kingdom.
Yes, I know. I gave the order.
But firing them will take out half the city. Innocent
Half of the city. Really?
And so will the monster.
Literally, I even thought he said like a city block or something, or a quarter of it, but half the city. Literally, she's gonna take out, like, divide this in half. She's willing to take out all of this just to get rid of this little thing, which was her fault, by the way. And if you take this out, you think all the surrounding walls will be safe? And it's like, you know what? We did the right thing. Really? Really? My goodness. This whole thing is a suicide attempt anyway. She's trying to...
In my heart.
Your rocks mean nothing.
Or that sometimes I just want to let it.
Oh, poor baby. Oh god, I'm gonna cry again. She's like, okay, fine, I'll kill myself. He's about... This is gonna be a public suicide on a massive scale. No! Oh, fuck. I was gonna be like male Muslim, but the guys don't cover the... Oh, another one. Oh, we got background representation. Maybe one day we'll be a main character. Oh, what's the story? Oh yeah, Bal stops her. How? Guess that's her heart, but I thought there was a girl in there. So even if she stabs herself, wouldn't he have to go all the way to reach the girl on the inside? I know I'm being a little too graphic, but everybody stops and watches. Oh my god, he's stopping the monster. Like they would actually do that. These motherfuckers were throwing stones a second ago. Very rushed and hand-wavy ending, but I don't care. He drops his sword as a declaration, which I'm pretty sure a lot of these people can't even see. And he's like, I'm sorry, I see you. And she transforms into a little girl again. And she's crying. And we already know the director sowed seeds of confusion, like, oh, the monster can turn into anybody. So why would they believe that this little girl is a little girl and not the monster? Are they trying to say, oh, the monster was brought out of her? I do not trust society in any capacity to have empathy in this moment. I swear. But she breaks down. She's crying. Everyone is watching. Oh, he's a hero. Again, I do not trust this is how people will think. But she's still willing to fire the cannons because she's a monster. Everybody else is like, okay. Because like right now the threat has been neutralized. Why fire? It's just these are the people who constantly keep going. It's like, oh, we've killed the monster. It's like, no, what if we're wrong? It's like, but what if I'm right? But you never get proven wrong if you don't allow yourself to be proven right. No. If she had killed Nimona, she would have continued her whole life thinking she did the right thing. But she would not take the risk of letting Nimona live to even find out she was wrong. Because the risk of being wrong is what?
Fooling all of you. Can't you see this is what it wants? For us to let our guard down. Well, I see what it really is. And so did Cloris. That monster is a threat to our very way of life.
And what if we're wrong?
How is that threatening your way of life? I don't get it. You are a cunt. But she kind of convinced them like, oh yes, I'm remorseful. Yo, what if we are wrong? Oh hell no, psych. That was actually sickening. Because people like this would never allow themselves to be proven wrong. I don't know why she just didn't kill them. She's like, you will thank me later. Yeah, I know. And she's the monster. Taking out half a city. Goddamn. Then she was like, oh hell no, I'm gonna take care of this. She transforms into a beautiful phoenix. Oh my god, the chills. To save them from the cannon that was gonna be fired because of her. she takes down the thing that was meant to kill her, that would have killed other people. I don't know why he's dragging them away, because this cannon wouldn't have hurt them. Maybe he saw Nimona coming this way. Drop him and run, I'd say. Oh my gosh, he tried to repeat the sentence go whatever said. Now at this point, I'm like, okay, Nimona, we see little sparkles of her. He tries to hold one, but oh no, it dies out. Oh, Nimona is dead. And I'm like, wait a minute. Every Nigerian knows this. Actor never die. So where is she? Okay, they're having their little boyfriend moments. Fine. I still don't forgive you, ho. You still cut off his arm. You got a lot of begging and pleading to do. At this point, I'm seeing people's shadows, and I was like, wait, are they here to beat him up? Do they know she saved them from the director? Oh yeah, a hole was created in the wall, and they can see the outside world, because they always thought there was monsters outside waiting to pour in. But no, there was a beautiful world out there. Makes you wonder, did they build this wall so big, knowing that, oh, their civilization could expand to this size, just never caring what's outside there? Other kingdoms, other cities, nothing. They just did not care. They just, no, monsters. Again, Attack on Titan, they thought they were the last of humanity, or they were the only thing. If civilization started here, like all life is just these people, these are the only humans on Earth, they do not know what's out there because of this little bubble. Hell, they've never seen stars because of all the light pollution. But goddamn, this one scene raises a lot of questions, because if they want to expand the wall because humans are multiplying, they don't see monsters and they're building. I swear somebody's gonna come in the comment section and say, but in the books, blah, 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 blah. Go off, queen. I need that explanation. They got enough forestry, they can still expand. And you know the saying, if you can't build outward, build up. Oh my god, the plumbing in the city is gonna be atrocious. Where did they filter it out from? Is there an incinerator? Why are they up on the walls? I would jump, because there's nothing blocking. Stop posting your suicidal tendencies online, TVC. Wait. I almost skipped the best part. I need to move Nimona.
No, they got the boyfriends.
Oh my god, wait, he's taller than him. He's on his tippy toes.
So precious.
Okay. The story ends. Whatever reason. I don't know if they're trying to break the wall or something. Oh yeah, they're removing all the cannon things. He's holding his robot arm. The director trying to aim a cannon into the very city itself. You'll believe, oh, maybe she is evil. Now there's people flying in and out. We see the book version of Nimona. I've had this book recommended to me before. I wanted to read it, but just never got around to it, or just no money to buy. We don't got the monies. There's a wall of tributes, but also these people are celebrities. He just went to a market once and people were surrounding him for autographs. He has now saved this city from an actual threat, the first in 1,000 years, and nobody cares. Pushback is paying his respects. For what reason? How do they know Nimona rocks? I'd love to know if these were all just fan art submitted by like fans of the books and they put it on the wall. That would be adorable. He goes to his home, I guess, and just spruces it up for no reason. I guess in the name of Nimona. Wait a minute. Okay, liar, killer. He hears a knock on the door. He's like, oh, Nimona. Aww. But no. I was like, you can't trick me with that. But then apparently he was gonna say holy shit. Yeah, she came back. So the thing that she transformed into was a phoenix. Oh, wait a minute. Can I find it? Yeah. So phoenixes die and then they get reborn. So that could be it. So she transformed into something. I didn't know if she died, she could be reborn. But she's been around for 1,000 years, which that is just depressing. But again, what is she? She's Nimona. And that's the show. I don't know why. Let me peek. How long have I been recording? God fucking damn it. God damn. So, this review or whatever is already half as long as the movie, so might as well have just watched that if you ask me. But there we go, our gay, chaotic, institutional destroying gremlin movie about question everything. A little bit of chaos is good, and don't trust the people around you. Don't trust the status quo, especially when it's against you. You need to shake up everything. I read somewhere a system that doesn't work for everybody works for nobody. And it's also like, okay, why live in a system where I know you can't please everybody. Yeah, you can't make everybody happy. But for the fact that you want to rule everybody, you have to accommodate everybody. But I think I've said most of the thoughts I wanted to say along my criticisms, my critiques, and the boyfriends. I am so happy that I didn't know this shit was gay until right as I was about to watch it, and I'm like, you know what, this is what we'd love to see, gay representation so casually, because I swear I would be freaking out just as hard if this was a cisgendered couple, because they did this shit well. But also, Ambrosius, I don't like the fact that Bal just casually forgave you. I wanted to see you suffer, get, dragged across the coals. You did some shit. You didn't trust him. You took off his arm. You wanted to separate him from his new best friend. But I know what you were seeing was different, and you loved him, but also you wanted to arrest him. I'm just being petty. And I say all this after knowing the inner turmoil he's in, but fuck that shit. I want to see actual suffering, but this isn't a love story, this is a fantasy story. I hope there's a sequel, then we see him grovel. I love love, you guys. You have no idea. Even if Nimona, the original person that betrayed her, was a guy and they had this cute little childhood romance, I'd still like that. But I do not know where to classify Nimona's Nimona-ness, because she's 1,000 years old, but she's still a child. So she's an immortal guard or guardian of the forest or whatever. But just to be alone for that long, no wonder she wants to end it. I would have ended after 200 years. Doubt I'd make it to 20. Should I change this to my new wallpaper? Nah, I got family. I don't want to have to be explaining what this is every time I turn on my laptop. But this is cute, this is quirky, and we like it. Let me know what you think about this show in the comment section down below. But that's gonna be all from me, folks. I was gonna record a miraculous video after this, but I'm tired of talking. See what happens there. But yeah, thanks everybody so much for clicking to watch. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to all the things. And with that being said, this is TVC. Mwah! Signing out.